Right now, I'm going to show you the game from the 5th round of the World Chess Olympiad 2024, which was held in Budapest, Hungary, almost a month ago. Wow, it's already the 9th of October. We started the Olympiad on the 11th of September, so almost 1 month passed already. But so why I'm doing this recap from home is because I didn't do this when I was in Budapest. Why? Because this was the 5th round, and unfortunately this was my 3rd loss in a row. Well, I remember that after the game I felt quite bad, and you understand why, because you know when you lose 3 games in a row, you usually feel quite bad, and that is why I didn't want to have one more stream and to analyze this game. But I decided that I need to do it anyway, and I decided to do it tonight to show you the game, to analyze it a little bit. And so in the 5th round of the Olympiad, we played against Team Denmark, and I played on the first board. I played with white pieces. My opponent the name of my opponent is Sandra. I'm sorry if I pronounce her name in the wrong way. De Blecourt. She's a candidate master, and I think women FIDE master, if I'm not mistaken. So and this is how we played. So I played with white pieces, yes, and of course I played my English opening. So c4, c5. It's a little bit difficult for me right now to remember what I was preparing, but I didn't expect her to play c5. I think that I was preparing preparing against e6 or c6. I even think that against c6 I was expecting something like this, but c4, c5, and here now we have English opening symmetrical variation, and sometimes I play this way: knight c3, g3, bishop g2, and then I can play knight f3, or I can play g2, knight g2, or I can play e4. This is how I played in this game. Or I can also play knight f3, e3, knight c3, and d4. Or I can also play this way. Well, in this game I decided to play knight c3, knight c6, g3, g6, bishop g2, bishop g7, and I decided to push e4. I must say that I'm a little bit regret that I decided to play just probably because the game went not very well, and well, now I understand that I need to finally understand how to play this type of structure in the right way, or just to reduce the number of times I played, because again I didn't get any advantage, and right now you will see why. So e4, d6, d3, e6, knight g2, e2, knight g2, e7, castle, castle. All looks fine, absolutely, I think, for me. But it's interesting, and I know that the computer is saying that the position is equal. It's like very, very equal. It is 0.00. Usually white always has some, at least little advantage, but here right now it is 0.000. Well, I don't know why computer is not happy with this type of position. So you can try to attack on the queen side. You can also try to attack on the king side. I decided to do both. I decided to try both ways in this game. So, okay, I played a3, she played b6. And by the way, usually white plays this way, play a3, then rook b1, and then b4. And I was doing this, so I played rook b1, and I'm going to show you how we continued playing. But the interesting thing is that computer is saying that b4 was already possible here, but I didn't even think about it because well, when you play b4, so you sacrifice this pawn on the queen side, but seems like it was possible to play like this, and I'm going to show you why. So c takes b4, a takes b4, and if knight takes on b4, there are a couple of options here right now. One of the options is to play e5. When we play f5, I'm attacking this rook, well, if for example black plays rook b8, then we can take e takes d6, for example queen takes d6, and now there are actually several options. For one of the easiest ways probably is just to take on a7, rook takes a7. There is also knight b5 move, attacking the queen, attacking this pawn on a7 2 times. Maybe something like this is also possible. So this position is good for white. It is possible to push d5. But here again, we can play bishop a3. And seems like yes, I'm pawn down, but my two bishops are quite strong. There is this pin, and position is not that bad. Knight e to c6 is recommended by the engine. Here we can take, and well, play d5. So we have two good pawns, and black will need to find a way to, to resolve the issues, with these pins. And yeah, seems like I'm doing well. And I also put pressure on this pawn on d5. Queen b3 can be played, and so on. So so b4 was possible. It was possible to play b4 immediately. I even didn't think about it. I played rook b1. She played bishop b7, and just right now I played b4. Okay, queen d7. How easy it is to stop my attack. I tried to attack on the queen side, nothing worked, and I decided, okay, let's try to play on the other side of the board. And this is probably my mistake. Computer is saying that, you started attacking on the queen side and you need to continue. The first line is b5, and after, for example, knight d4, continue with a4, and I guess a4, a5, and so on, to try to, to break through somehow on the queen side. I didn't do that. I guess to take is not too good. It will not give me much. But I was still thinking that I'm doing fine. I'm doing okay. I have no problems. Like, okay, yes, I tried on the queen side. Now maybe I will try on the king side. And I did it, and it didn't work. So bishop e3, knight d4. Now she has a good knight in the center of the board. Of course, I expected this move. Now I play f4. She plays f5. So just by playing f5, she stops my attack on the king side. And what? And now when I look at this position, I don't remember, it was like months ago or 3 weeks ago when I played this game, and I already don't remember what I was thinking about. I think I felt I was not probably that happy with my position, but I didn't, at the same time, I didn't feel that bad. But now when I look at it, I actually understand that there is nothing on the king side, and there is not much on the queen side, and there are, zero chances in the middle, because in the center of the board, because there is her knight on d4. And how am I going to, win this game if I want to play for a win, for example? I play bishop f2. Okay, the only good thing about this move is that if I decide to take this knight, I can do it with my knight, because when bishop is on a3, you cannot take this knight with your knight, right? Knight takes d4 is not possible because of c takes d4 and then pin. So I play bishop f2. Second knight is going to c6. Now I play h3. Not sure exactly why. Just probably it's also kind of a standard plan for white to play like this. But another reason is that I probably Probably I just didn't really know what to do. So she takes, I take. Of course, I'm taking with a knight because knight is hanging on c3 if I take with my queen. So knight takes e2, and she plays e5. And yeah, how to win, how to break through, where to break through to try to do this, no idea. Queen d2. And by the way, yeah, well, the recommendation by the engine is Queen d2 is the second line, but the first line is like best move here in this position is to finally start taking pawns, and e takes f5 is the best move here. And okay, maybe I can understand this move, but I cannot really understand the next move by the engine, suggested by the engine. It is Queen a4. Oh, well, I don't know what for to play Queen a4. Maybe there is some point about this move. I don't know. Pin, this pin, this pin. But well, okay. What to do after? For example, rook d8, rook b to e1. I don't know. I find this game. I find this position so. Well, it is probably not boring, but it's it's not interesting. I didn't play this move. I just played Queen d2, Rook a to e8, and it seems that Black is improving her pieces, and I'm not doing this. I'm not improving much. Yes, my bishop are located next to each other, but they are not attacking. The only thing is that they're probably protecting my king. That's it. So no big chances for some advantage, for some attack. All right, so I played king h2. Again, another move. It seems like I didn't know what to do. King h2. And she played knight d8. At this point, I decided to finally start taking pawns in the center of the board because I saw that when knight is on c6, and if I take f takes e5, then knight can take on e5. And she will have a very active knight in the center of the board. That's why I didn't want to do it. But when knight moved back to the 8th rank, I decided that, you know, maybe it's time to finally do something, because I don't know what to do. She will move her knight to e6. She will put probably even more pressure on my pawn on f4. And if I don't start doing something, I will just lose this game. So f takes e5, bishop takes e5, bishop e3. At least I'm trying to improve a little bit my bishop. F takes e4, rook takes f8. I'm not even sure that it was necessary to do. This is a second line. Rook takes f8 is a second line. The best move is d takes e4. I can't remember exactly why I decided to first take this rook. Rook takes, and d takes e4 right now. By the way, during the whole game, I have little disadvantage. For example, right now it's not that little already. It is minus 0.50. So queen e6 was played. So now she's attacking my pawn on c4. Play queen d3, protecting the pawn. She goes rook e8. And now what she wants to do, she just wants to, I think that, well, she can move her bishop somewhere, here or here, and then she will be, you know, attacking this pawn on e4. Although when she plays bishop f6 or g7, knight f4 can be played with knight d5. But I still decided to make sure that my pawn on e4 will be protected, and I played rook e1. Yes, I noticed that it's a bit funny and rare when you have so many pieces on one file, right? Knight f7. And I guess at this point, it was good to play knight f4. you know, to be a bit more active. Knight f4 and knight d5. I can't even say why I didn't play this move. Probably at this point I was still thinking, believing that I'm doing more or less okay. Well, I knew that I'm not, I don't have like a good position, but I was hoping, you know, I was thinking that it's at the same time not too bad. I played here, probably, I don't even know, probably with this idea, and she played g5, and when she played g5, I didn't see this move, didn't expect this move, and when she played this move, I felt quite, you know, a little bit sad, like, oh, why I didn't see this move, because now my knight cannot go to f4, but at the same time, okay, it can go to c3, so I played knight c3, with an idea again to play to d5, to move to d5, maybe b5. She goes bishop d4, I play knight d5, knight e5, queen e2, rook f8. Now she wants to play rook f2, so I play rook f1, takes. This is move number 30, so we still need to make 10 more moves. Definitely, I was already in some time pressure at this moment. She just plays h6 in order to protect her pawn on g5. And I have to say that right now I have already -1. The evaluation by the engine is already -1. So I play queen e2, not knowing exactly what to do and how to, you know, well, I don't know, I don't know. And even move like this is not really possible. It's not possible at all, because I want to put my knight on f5. But if I go knight e3, she can just take my pawn on c4. Okay, finally, at least I started doing something. I pushed a4, queen f7. I don't know why. Probably I didn't want her to play queen f2 or bishop f2, or just because I just wanted to make a move fast. I played bishop e1 in order not to let one of her pieces to move to f2, probably. She played bishop c8, and when she played this move, I'm not sure I knew what she wanted to do, or I didn't really know that. Probably I was already in some, you know, time pressure, and I didn't you know, I didn't see her threats, and I played b5, which is actually one of the recommended moves. It is actually line number, the first line, but the evaluation is -1. So I played this b5 move, and she plays g4, and now she putting pressure on my pawn on h3. She wants to play knight f3. I play h4, and she plays knight f3. And I remember exactly that I wanted to play king h1. This was my plan. Of course, I saw that knight f3 can be played, and I was planning to play king h1. But I don't know what happened at that moment and why I changed my mind, because at some point, with few seconds left on my clock, I decided to play bishop takes f3. And this was a horrible move. This was, of course, a horrible move because, well, if you play king h1, she cannot sacrifice on h4 because I have bishop and pawn protecting this h4 pawn. Maybe I was afraid, maybe I was afraid that I would, you know, lose something, blunder something at this point. But no, I checked, and I was more or less safe. So, for example, knight takes e1, queen takes e1. If bishop takes f2, attacking my queen and attacking this pawn on g3, then I can give check from c3 or from a1. Probably c3 is a bit more active. So now I'm not only actually giving check, I'm actually protecting this pawn on g3. And well, she now needs to be careful, because, for example, if she goes here, she will be in a huge trouble. You know, she can even, she can even lose. Takes and knight e7. So actually now she's losing a piece. And the game. So after this check, she needs to go. Oh, okay. She can go back. She can play bishop d4, but well, I can even move back, and I think I will be happy to repeat moves. If she plays queen f2, then I think it is possible to take and play king h2. And it is still bad for me. Computer is saying that I'm -1, but somehow the game goes on, right? And I have active knight, so maybe I can, do something. So instead of playing king h1, I played bishop takes f3, pawn takes f3, and now she has a passed pawn, which cannot be stopped. But I tried queen f1, now she plays f2. The only move is, I think it is the only move, well, probably bishop c3 was also possible, not sure. Bishop d2, queen f3, attacking my pawn on e4. I cannot protect it, so I just go here. This is move number 39. We still need to make one more move. Queen takes e4, knight h5 check. And yeah, this king g6 is move number 40, so we made 40 moves. Half an hour added on our clock. And I see that my position is already hopeless because, it's not possible. I'm not only pawn down, she also has this great passed pawn, 2 bishops. So, but okay, I decided to play a couple of moves. I played knight f4, king h7, knight d5, bishop f5. I tried a little something, but of course everyone can see, everyone can understand why you cannot take the bishop. Maybe chat can tell me why bishop takes e3 is not possible. So I'm just like sacrificing my bishop. Of course queen cannot take because I have knight protecting the bishop, but why bishop cannot take bishop? Because of fork, right? Knight fork, yes, that's right. So if bishop takes, then there is knight f6. And the funny thing, because I analyzed this game yesterday, and I discovered yesterday that after knight f6, I'm not winning. Why? Because I'm not winning, but okay, probably I'm not losing because I have queen, right? Yes, king, knight f6. That's right, guys. So yeah, I'm giving check, I'm attacking the queen. For example, king g6. So I take the queen, bishop takes. And it turns out that I cannot win this game because of this passed pawn. For example, what can I do? I go, let's say, I go here. For example, let's check because I'm not sure. For example, bishop d4, and there is this knight check, queen g4. And for example, king goes to here. And I cannot take this bishop because when I take your bishop, f1, queen, and I'm losing. I'm losing because she's a piece up. And it turns out that I cannot come. King g1 or king g2 is not possible, and my king will never be able to come closer to this pawn, and this queen always needs to protect f1 square. You have to cover f1 with queen permanently. Yes, apparently yes. And computer is given 0 0 0 in this position because I guess I cannot I just cannot win. I cannot do anything. I have to stay on the first rank or somewhere here. Here. Funny. Interesting. Such a strong passed pawn. So, well, of course she didn't take after bishop e3. She just played queen f3. Now she actually wants to take on e3 because there is no... because my knight f6 is not that dangerous anymore. So I took... pawn takes, knight f4, d3, c5, pawn takes, knight g2, and queen e2. Well, and I finally resigned. I should have resigned 5 moves ago, but okay, I did it just now. Now I cannot do anything. I cannot even protect my queen, and if I move my queen, then f1, new queen for black. So at this point I resigned.